Okay. Literally 1 minute. Okay. So, yeah, do you want to speak to how you learned about reproductive justice?
Yeah.
And like how you got involved in CLIP student group?
Totally. So my, I guess like primary passion is doing intimate partner violence prevention and sexual assault prevention in like a queer context. And I started doing that a lot, very much independently my first year. So by my second year, I was exhausted. Like I was so exhausted to the point where I was starting to resent it a lot, and I was trying to figure out like what to do with myself. And that's when I went to my first CLIP meeting, and they gave me the booklet from the last year's conference, and I was just reading through it, and it blew my mind. I was like, oh my god, like this is a place, a community where I can do intimate partner violence work and do queer justice work, but like in this greater context and with this amazing community support. And it was like the answer in that moment of like, how do I keep doing this and like still love it and still find joy in it. And I found that in CLIP, and yeah, so it was pretty great. Yeah.
Awesome. So how do you envision like a future for reproductive justice or a future for the movement in your place like that?
I really like the idea. I mean, so much of coming to CLIP for me was finding community, and I really, really like that the social justice movement is so much about community. And so I think a future I envision for social justice is that we'll stop having a conversation about individuals and individual choices and start talking more about like how can we all together take this on and make this better. And like the discourse it would ideally shift, or like in a perfect future would shift from being about individual people and be more about a collective responsibility.
Do you want to speak to the work that you're involved in and how it interacts with reproductive justice more?
Yeah.
Or your like specific interests or things you've learned?
Okay. Well, I think another thing I really like about CLIP is that I came in not knowing a lot about reproductive justice, and it was also at a time where I really noticed that I needed to step back from activist positions and really start like addressing or coming to things with a beginner's mind, and like coming to things acknowledging that I had to learn so much as well and had so much to unlearn. So I guess that's a part about CLIP that I really enjoy, is that we spend a lot of time learning, and I guess the way that I figured my own work into CLIP is like so much. I got reproductive justice is everything, you know, like, and it's there, like at every point of my identity, I feel like you can make a connection to reproductive justice. At any point in like anyone I love's identity, you can make a connection to reproductive justice. So yeah, I guess I'm learning even more ways to make connections, and that's what's the beauty of reproductive justice, is that there is so many connections, and that the connections like never stop being made.
So I guess lastly, what does community mean to you?
Oh god.
Save the hardest for last.
Like specific aspects of it, or how you think it would be, like it is to be in community.
I think what it is to be in community is to, I think the sharing of responsibility, the sharing of initiative, this whole like we're in this together kind of idea, where it's not about how much you can give or like how much you're doing or how much you know, but like what you can do together. And we throw around the word community a lot just because we're in places together, but I feel like the actual community is when you're sharing in the activity of being. I don't know, that's like really poetic, but when you're like not just there, but you're like there with someone else, and like you're there with purpose, and you're there with purpose with that other person, for that other person, and they're there for you and everyone else.
Cool. Thank you, Mom.
Do you want to try to say that last bit one more time, like
Oh my God.
straight through? I'm sorry, it was just so
No.
good, and
It was really good. Yeah.
I don't really remember what I said, but I can try.
like community to me, like
All right, okay. So I guess community to me means being together in the actual being aspect of. No, that sounds so weird. Can I try it again?
Yeah.
So I think we throw around community a lot, just because people are in the same place at the same time. But I think the true meaning of community is having purpose in that being, and that being is communal, and that everyone is there knowingly and intentionally, in recognition of the others. And they too are there in recognition of the person. I don't know. I can't do it again.
That's good.
Yeah, I think that was
I
really
think
good.
like with the first part too,
Yeah.
it's like really good.
Yeah.
You're like, this is really poetic, but that's just what it
Yeah,
is.
yeah,
And then lastly, do you just want to say like, I'm Sophia,
Okay.
this is my blank
Yeah.
here in Clip, or this is my blank here in whatever parts of your identity you think are relevant. And then,
Right.
what else did we say? Just say?
yeah.
Oh, that's it. Yeah. No,
Like
that was just
dogs.
like, I love dogs. Right.
My name is Sophia. I'm a second year at Mount Holyoke College. This is my first year in Clip.